Hi guys, Andy here from Home Glow. Again with another Friday tutorial. Today's one is on how to rehang a radiator. So it might be a job that you've got going off where you just want to renew a radiator in your house, or you took a radiator off to decorate behind, but you're just struggling to know where to put brackets and how to get that radiator nice and level. So it's a step-by-step guide, only an 8-minute long video. Quite an easy job to do as well, so hopefully that's what this video is all about, is to save you a bob or two. So you're going to have better to this weekend. Why not fit a radiator? Why not? So on another note, I know Alice has been getting on at me saying I'm drinking too much beer on a weekend, so I am going to try and cut down, as I know I have put a bit of timber on. Well, quite a bit of timber, to be honest with you. So I thought I'll give it a go. So try gin instead. Give it a go. So one thing to say, mate, people, is it's Friday. Have a good weekend and stay safe. Look after yourself, people. Ta-da. Right. So first thing we need to decide is where to put the radiator. So obviously we're going to get it in between these two valves here, and we need to know the valve heights. So all you do with this is give each valve a little tug, see how much play is in them. Obviously not very much at all in these valves. Try the other side, and not much play at all. So we are going to be dictated on this radiator install on the valve heights. So that's what we need to do now, is work out the centre mark for our first line of fitting the brackets to the wall. So that's what we need to do, is get the centre line. You can do this one of two ways. You could measure up from the floor to the centre of the valve, but I like just to use a pencil. Go to the centre of the valve and mark your first line. We'll do the same on the other side as well. Centre of the valve, and make a pencil mark on the wall. That's the first thing you do. Then get your spirit level, you get that first mark that you've created, get a nice level mark on the wall, and that would be for the right hand valve first. Just draw a line, try to keep your level stable, like I didn't do there. Get your first line, that's the centre mark of that valve. Then you would do the same on the other side. Now what you need to do is decide on a bracket, you've got a thick side and a thin side. Generally, as a rule of thumb, for a single panel radiator, I would always use the thin side. But then we need to get the centre marks of where the brackets are going to be on the wall. So that's the next stage on how I would fit this radiator. So place the bracket on the back of the radiator. Decide, like this one, the brackets don't slide along, so just see where the centre mark will be for the bracket when it's screwed to the wall. Decide on the other side as well. Take the radiator, and now we need to work out how far the radiator is going to be pushed up to the valve. So just put the tail of the radiator roughly where you think it's going to be, and then just place the radiator on the floor, and then that will be where the radiator is going to stay basically. It's just the gap between the valve and the radiator. So you've just got to imagine when it's all fitted on the valve where it's going to be. Now what we'll do is get the centre marks on the wall. So remember where you put the brackets and the centre mark is. Pencil from the bracket to the wall. Draw a bit of a line. Do the same on the other side. That says marks made. Then you just work from the marks, get your level, and again draw, instead of a horizontal line this time, it's going to be the vertical line, as this is going to be the line for the bracket. Get it nice and level. And then just draw your line vertically down. So it's roughly going to make the other line as well that you've drawn horizontal from the centre mark of the valve. But now we know that's where the centre line is for the bracket to go, but we don't know yet where the bottom mark needs to be for the bottom part of the bracket. So you imagine the bracket's only thing we've done is the centre line of the radiator valve, so now we need to work out the mark between the middle of the valve and the bottom of the bracket. So how you would do this is put the bracket back on the radiator, get a tape measure, roughly see where the centre mark is on the valve, where it screws into the back of the radiator, well, into the radiator, centre mark from middle of that valve to the bottom part of the bracket. So this is 19.5 centimetres. So that's his bottom mark. So work from the centre line of the valve and the vertical line that you've got, 19.5 centimetres, then you would mark that distance there. That's a mark made. And then now we know where the base of the bracket needs to go, and the vertical line is for the back side of the bracket. Then that's when you would mark the holes with a pencil. So you get the work it from the base of the bottom line to the vertical line, and then you've got your screw holes marked, ready to drill. You would do the same obviously at the other side as well. Brown plugs I'm going to be using today, 2" 10 screws, and they fit perfect on these brackets, so we're fine, we don't need to use any washers, and the screw will be big enough. So drill your holes, drill bit, just drill deep enough for the screw, not too deep. Then you're putting your brown plugs even. So don't forget, this is you're going to be mirroring this on the other side of the radiator as well for the other marks that you've made. Screw the bracket to the wall so you know it's nice and tight. Level it up with the marks that you've made, and that should be it for the brackets. Both brackets now fitted. Now we're ready to hang the radiator. So what you would do is, I always leave nothing screwed into the radiator at this point, as it's easy to lift the radiator up by putting your fingers in the holes. Hang the radiator on the brackets. Can be a bit fiddly sometimes. Get the other side on as well. So it can be a bit fiddly, and you've just got to try your best just to get them on the brackets. And that should be it, that's your radiator hung. Now you just need to make sure that it's in line with your valves. As you can see, perfect for that valve. Once we've screwed the tail in, that will fit nicely onto that valve. This side will need a spacing block, a 30mm spacing block just to make up that gap. But that's it guys, all done.